The last of South Florida's Cocaine Cowboys has been arrested, some 26 years after he went on the lam, while on a 64-kilometers bike ride with his wife near the Orlando suburb where they apparently lived under assumed names. The Miami Herald reports Gustavo Taby Falcon, 55, was booked into the Orange County Jail on Wednesday evening and charged with smuggling tons of cocaine into the United States in the 1980s along with his notorious brother, Augusto Willie Falcon. He is expected at a first appearance hearing in Orlando on Thursday and likely will be transferred to Miami. The organization was linked to dozens of murders and shootings, and smuggled $2 billion $2.6 billion, worth of cocaine into the U.S. The 2006 documentary Cocaine Cowboys detailed suitcases full of cash, hitmen with machine guns, drug-laden speedboats and nighttime drops of drugs in South Florida's swamps. Deputy marshals arrested Falcon and his wife, Amelia, at an intersection near Orlando during their bike ride, said U.S. Marshals Service spokesman Barry Golden. He said Falcon had obtained fake driver's licenses for himself, his wife and their 2 adult children, using Miami addresses. Gustavo Falcon and his wife went by the names Luis and Maria Rice. Mr. Golden said marshals caught a big break when Gustavo Falcon was involved in a car accident near Orlando and used a fake driver's license with a Miami address. That led marshals to trace him to his history in South Florida. "We figured this all out a month ago," Mr. Golden said. "We pulled his driver's license and saw it was the same Gustavo Falcon." The family had been under surveillance by marshals at the home they were renting in Kissimmee, which is near Orlando. Mr. Golden said they'd been living in the Orlando area since 1999, which surprised marshals who thought Gustavo Falcon was hiding out in Mexico or Colombia. He was last seen in South Florida in 1991. Gustavo Falcon's brother and Salvador Sal Magluta were recognized as kingpins of the organization, which used their speedboats to haul loads of cocaine smuggled from Colombia. A 1991 federal indictment charged the 2 brothers, Magluta and several others with smuggling 75 tons of cocaine into the U.S. between 1978 and 1991. Willie Falcon and Magluta were acquitted of the charges in 1996. Authorities later discovered they bought off witnesses and at least 1 member of the jury. Magluta was retried and convicted of drug-related money laundering charges in 2002 and sentenced to 205 years in prison. That was reduced to 195 years in 2006. Willie Falcon then accepted a plea deal in 2003 on similar charges. He was sentenced to 20 years in prison and is scheduled for release in June. Jail records don't list a lawyer for Gustavo Falcon.